Hey, what's going on, and welcome to the Flip Empire. You know, every reseller has a specialty that they are passionate about selling, and mine is the strange, obscure items that no one really knows about, but they're worth a ton of money. And I'm gonna share 5 of those gold nuggets with you today, and they might just be sitting in your very own attic. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's get right to it. Today, my focus will be 5 shocking things worth hundreds to thousands of dollars on eBay. And this is part of my eBay 101 video series, episode 3. So if you like this video, then go check out my other episodes. First thing I want to mention is to stay alert. These things can be found almost anywhere. Estate sales, garage sales, thrift stores, storage units, maybe even in your own attic. And we're gonna count down today from number 5. So what I want you to do is give yourself a point for each one of these items that you already knew about. So if you knew all 5, congrats, because you are awesome. If you knew less than 5, you're awesome too, because now you know them. So let me know in the comment section what your final score was at the end of this video. And as a bonus, if you also give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, I will randomly select 3 comments to win the special giveaway shown at the end of this video. All right, number 5. We're gonna start with an easy one and a little less obscure. 1980s boomboxes, aka the Ghetto Blaster. These portable radios were popularized by the urban culture throughout the 1980s, and they still have a massive following. Most of you probably think, oh, well, boomboxes, yeah, of course those are worth money, maybe $100-200. No, check this one out. JVC has the RC M90RW. This is a 1980s boombox, and it recently just sold with 23 bids for $1,726 to this lucky seller. Other notable boomboxes to keep an eye out for: the National RX 7000 recently sold for $2,000. And the Connian C100F, which also was sold under the names Claritone and Helix, recently sold for $1,800. And the Sharp GF777, a classic, recently sold for $1,000. So something to keep your eyes out for when you're boombox hunting. You want the boombox that has the most lights, the most knobs. You want it to be the gray with chrome color and the giant rectangular shape. The more options on it, the better. The louder the better, the bigger the better. So when you're out hunting, you might see a little boombox like the one here on the right, and you can see that it's rounded. It probably has a CD player on it. Those may have minor value, and some may be outliers with a lot of value, but more often than not, you're gonna make some good money if you can get the kind on the left. So some pro tips on 1980s boomboxes. The bigger, the better, and the more lights, buttons, and features, the better. Also, negotiate a better price if the tape deck doesn't work, it has a broken antenna, or the battery compartment has corrosion. You can easily service these things yourself, but you can negotiate a better deal at the garage sale if you point these things out. So check all those things. Number 4, vintage Avon hairbrushes. I told you this was gonna be obscure, and you probably didn't know, some of you probably did, the vintage Avon hairbrush can sell for more than $135. This one here sold for that amount to this lucky seller, and this was the half round 8-inch white brush. This is in new condition. Some of the other ones besides the half round brush that are popular, you've got the pink flare brush, the blue styling brush, and the full round brush petite. All of these range from $50 to $135 just in the recent sampling that I took from eBay. You'll go to an estate sale and you will see these in the drawers, or you'll see them out. They'll be packaged in a bag with a bunch of other junk, and they'll be selling them for less than $1 for one of these things. Or you might go to your grandma's estate or your mother's estate and you're cleaning it out and you find hairbrushes like this. Don't throw them away. Some pro tips: look for the white box with blue stripes. If you don't have the box, it will still sell, just not for as much. If it's an older Avon brush for under $4, just buy it. This is a low risk, high reward item. You can usually get these, like I said, for $1 or less. Is it used? Not a problem. Just pull the old hair out and clean it up. Nasty? Yep. Valuable? Yep. One other pro tip that I didn't put down: when you are in that bathroom, stay on the lookout for vintage perfumes and men's safety razors, because those also have value. Moving on to number 3. Did you know when you were a kid, you were decorating your Christmas tree with gold? Well, not literally, but these things are highly valuable. Back in 1910, Hallmark opened up, eventually invented gift wrap, the greeting card, and eventually in the 1970s, they began creating Christmas ornaments, and those are the ones we want to look out for, especially the series ornaments. This particular series ornament, I have bought this before and it is worth a bundle. I picked this one up for $1 once, and I'm always on the lookout for it. This is the 1980 Frosty Friends, first in the series. Recently sold for $390 in June. So just think how much this could have sold for if they would have held it until the fall, when people start looking for Christmas ornaments. Not only do the ornaments sell, but check this out. The little songbooks that these characters are holding in their hands sold for 20 bucks by themselves, and those are remanufactured songbooks. Not only that, the little tag down at the bottom, original, sold for 80 bucks just for that little tag. It might be worth parting this thing out. Probably not, but something to consider, okay? If all you find is the box, somebody's throwing the box away, you can probably get more than $80 for the box, and then you get another 80 bucks just for that little tag. All right, some pro tips on series Hallmark ornaments. The most value is in the first 1, 2, or 3 in the series. Once you get past the 3rd in the series, they start to go down in value quite a bit more than those first 3. So just check this out. The Frosty Friends series, the first in the series, this is just a snapshot from the eBay search that I recently did. $390 for the first in the series, $125 for the second, so a big drop off, and then $85 for the 3rd in the series, and these are the top values. The Rocking Horse series, also very popular. If you find the first in the series, $150. I picked that one up for $1 as well from the same yard sale that I got that other Frosty Friends. Second in the series, down to $55, and then 3rd in the series only comes up at $25. So keep your eye out for those earlier ones. Moving on, this is the Beauty of Birds collection. And this one's a little bit different in that the first in the series will fetch $175, second in the series actually more for $220, at least right now. And the 3rd in the series drops all the way to $60. And then some nostalgic houses. This is another series that doesn't have quite as much value. So it's an example. You need to be aware of which ones have value and which ones don't, so you know which ones to buy. And then finally, the Tin Locomotive series. First in the series, 75, drops to 25, and then down to 20. So these are just some examples of how that drop-off works. They still have value when they get lower in the series, however, not quite as much. Also, look for the off-white colored boxes. When you see this, you're going to want to grab that because that means it's probably from the early 1980s. There are some that came later that have a lot of value, but these ones more often have a lot of value. And collectors pay ridiculous prices for some ornaments and wait until fall to list your Christmas stuff. All right, now number 2 on the list. We're getting down there. Vintage cereal boxes. Now we're not talking about the 1997 Wheaties box that has a sports character on it. Some of those do have some value, but we're talking about pre-1990s boxes. For example, this is a 1980s King Vitamin cereal box. Recently sold for $733. Don't believe me? Here it is, July 2nd, $733, 17 bids. They probably found this in the back of their grandma's kitchen cupboard, $733. Those are not the only boxes that sell well. Just take a look at how much some of these cereal boxes sell for. Notice King Vitamin here, this is the one we already looked at. And then you see the covers on some of these 1970s Count Chocula, Frankenberry. This is just the front of the cereal box. It's not even the whole thing. Then you go further on, $500 for this Count Chocula complete. Scroll down, these Nintendo ones are definitely getting high dollars. And some premiums and so forth. So crazy numbers on vintage cereal boxes. Also, the Cookie Crisp example here. Notice they have advertising for special collector premiums. Those premiums that are advertised on the boxes, those sell well, but if you double up the box with the premium, you're gonna get a lot of extra money. So if you can, try and also find the premium that goes with the box. Pro tips. Look for 1980s and earlier, as we mentioned. Look for special premiums advertised on the box. And condition is key, but not everything. Some boxes can be cut up and people will still pay a ton of money depending on the rarity. And finally, number 1 on the list. Don't forget to be keeping track of how many of these you get right. Here we go. Oh, and by the way, if you'd like to learn more about Christmas items that are valuable, let me know if you want me to do one of these specifically for Christmas items. All right, enough with the anticipation. Here we go. Number 1, vintage diapers. No, I am not kidding you. The diapers you wore as a kid are now worth a buttload of cash. Well, the unused ones. I mean, this is crazy. I don't know that these two $3,000 bids were real, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume they weren't. But if you go down further, these $1,000, $659, and so forth, these examples are real sales. People want these vintage diapers. I know. I told you this video was gonna have some weird stuff in it, and I didn't disappoint. And I will say it, why in the heck would someone spend so much for vintage diapers? My first theory, maybe the early diapers contained some kind of rare absorbent chemical used to make some kind of high-grade product, if you catch my drift. But upon further research, people just collect them. Well, they don't just collect them, they like to dress up old dolls in them, and there's something called infantism. Okay, moving on. So some pro tips about these vintage diapers. Look for the ones with the plastic exterior. For example, this is one with a plastic exterior. This other one is not. So you can see the difference. Don't get the other ones. The other ones will have value, just like you could go down and buy some from Walmart and they have value. But the collectors want the plastic backing. Also, sealed packs are worth more, but rare individual diapers can also be sold. And the top vintage brands include Huggies, Pampers, and Loves. All right, that's it. All right, that's it. That's the end of the video, and now it's giveaway time. Please remember, if you liked that format and you liked the content, then let me know in the comments. And also remember to let me know how many of those items you knew ahead of time. I am going to randomly select, it looks like I have 4 giveaway items. I'm gonna randomly select 4 comments. And so also remember to like the video and subscribe. And so here, check out what I'm gonna give away. So these are all items that came from a pallet that I've already opened. If you haven't seen my palette unboxing videos, then check it out. These are from Amazon. Start with a weird one, since we're already talking about weird things. This banana holder opens up. It's kind of funny. We saw Travis and I find this on a previous palette. Banana holder. We've got Starbucks bear. It's a Bearista bear, the 74th edition. We have 2 Lego Minifigs. One is Series 8 and one is Grandma. These also came off a pallet. And last but probably best, in my opinion, this is a set of Moscow Mule Mugs. And these are copper and really cool. And these are the same things that Travis and I drank out of that we pulled from a pallet earlier. This is a set of 2. I'm gonna give those away. The details will be in the description. And so anyway, that's it. All right, until next time, peace. I don't know what to say.